Hello, I'm Atujama and you're watching News Pulse on Hornbill TV. In the latest development regarding the Mon killings yesterday night, Nagaland Chief Minister Nipurio, Deputy Chief Minister PATTON and former Chief Minister ZELIANG left for Delhi through a chartered plane. The Naga leaders along with Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma met the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. The meeting that took place was to apprise the Union Home Minister and in detail on the voting killings, the repeal of AFSPA and the ongoing Naga peace talks. The Union Home Minister in his address to the Parliament regarding the Mon killings addressed the House by saying that the killing was a case of mistaken identity. On the eve of December 4th, the 21st paratroopers on the Indian Armed Forces gunned down 14 civilians in which even one armed force personnel lost his life. The incident caused huge uproar in the state, whereby the loudest call by the citizens of the state was the repeal of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 from the state of Nagaland. To get more details on this, we'll be talking to our news head joining us from the newsroom. So thank you, Gunnan, for joining us today. So moving on with the conversation here, I would like to know if there are any updates on this as of now.
See, as far as the update, the matter of fact, as Amit Shah, the Home Minister, he met last night with the Assam CM Himanta Biswa Sarma and Nagaland Chief Minister with Deputy CM and ex-CM. This shows the gravity of the meeting, like ex-CM accompanied by the Deputy CM and the CM, and plus North-Eastern head, because Himanta has been given an additional charge of taking care of peace and prosperity of Northeast. So this meeting is itself a self-explanatory, like how serious the central government is there with the Nagaland government. And this meeting, short noticed meeting, we can presume that it was a very serious note was that, and we are expecting that all the gentlemen who were there in the meeting in New Delhi, they are back to their own towns to celebrate Christmas. But before Christmas, we can say that there is a lot of happening over there with the central government and the Nagaland government. Atu.
As mentioned in the report, and also as you mentioned, the Deputy Chief Minister and the Chief Minister being there is understandable, that's normal. But also the ex-Chief Minister of Nagaland was also present in the meeting. So what could be the reason?
Since if we talk about the law and order situation in Nagaland and simultaneously various other states of Northeast, central government is quite serious about the concern over here, and simultaneously the Mon killings, which was a major uproar, the cause in LS and RS, upper house and lower house, and where Home Minister had to come to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha to give a statement regarding the Mon killings. So it was presumably a very serious concern for the central government as far as Nagaland government was there. So we can say that the ZELIANG, ex-CM of Nagaland, and he served around somewhere 4 years as a CM of this state, and he served 2 times in this state. So we can presume that taking his experience and moving towards Nagaland peace talk and simultaneously Mon killings, various issues which were very for which central government is quite concerned, and probably we can presume that for this reason only, taking the advice and expertise of his experience as being the ex-CM of Nagaland, he might have also called. And this was such a short noticed meeting, Atul. We can say that they had to fly to New Delhi with a chartered flight, not regular service flight was taken to go to Delhi. And earlier it was the program was like that Himanta will come to Dimapur to pick these 3 gentlemen to New Delhi, but due to his earlier say appointments, these 3 people went to Guwahati, and from Guwahati they rushed to New Delhi with a charter flight. So it was very serious, and this meeting took place somewhere last night, early evening, late evening we can say. So seriousness was there, and since the northeastern state is going for festive seasons, like Christmas is just tomorrow, and celebration of New Year is also around the corner. So before this, even Central Home Minister Amit Shah wanted to reach some conclusion like repealing of AFSPA and other aspects is also there, because mon killing itself being just developing as a black mark on the armed forces, and he also is liable and answerable for these all this mon killing. So we can say that it has to do lot of things with the Nagaland's peace, prosperity and development. Atu.
Talking about the 3 points that were discussed in the meeting, it was about of course the Mon killings, and then of course about AFSPA and also the Naga peace talks. And also we can, according to reports, the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, was also present there. So what could his presence mean there? Does it mean that he holds a special power when it comes to the Northeast? And also, as we know that Naga peace talk was also discussed there, so does it imply that he could also be a part of the Naga peace talks now?
Definitely, we have seen that even Hemanta came to Dimapur to take part in Naga peace talk last month, somewhere in mid of November, and then you can say that Hemanta has been given a very vital role in northeastern developments, because you can see almost every week some of the cabinet ministers are visiting northeast, any of the 8 states, and one after another cabinet ministers are keep visiting, because central government, this Modi government has got lot of ambitions and lot of plans for the development of northeast. The first point is that development of rail network, then secondly economic prosperity, and the most important part is law and order, because few of states, out of 8 northeastern states, few of states are just fighting with law and order situations, like due to across country international terrorism is also there. We could see there was an ambush in Manipur, then another incident happened in Mon. So these are the issues which central government want to address, and just to take actions accordingly to do so many things in a short span of time. And the next on agenda with the central government is the development of northeast with peace, prosperity and development, and peace, prosperity, development in all aspects, not only economic, but in we can say that on 360 development Modi cabinet is working on, and Hemanta has rose to the occasion, and once he joined BJP, after that his personality, his gravity, his posture has increased in the party, and that's why Modi and Shah, this duo, has given lot of charges, and he has been made in charge of northeastern developments. So this was the vital reason, this was the main reason why he was present in the meeting with Central Home Minister Amit Shah. Atu.
So what could be the outcome of this meeting when it comes to the voting, the Tiru killings? Because as we all know, the Home Minister already gave a statement that it was a case of mistaken identity. So do you think he will take back his statement on this?
See, the case of mistaken identity, this is just a one-liner which was given to the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha as a Home Minister's statement. But down the line, say below the belt, there are so many things happening over there. And see, internal report says that a colonel has been given onus of this entire incident. So we can say that this incident, on one occasion, central government is trying to bring peace to Nagaland, state of Nagaland. They were working on Nagaland peace talk, and then secondly, there was a hammering on this Nagaland peace talk with the Mon killings. Though, so AFSPA repealing and this Nagaland peace talk, these two verticals have to be addressed by the central government for an overall development of Nagaland, and precisely we can say that these were the main reasons why these all gentlemen were called to New Delhi. Atu.
Because also after this meeting, as we know that repealing of AFSPA was not only demanded by people here in Nagaland, but also the Chief Minister of Meghalaya also mentioned about this, and also there have been protests held by different societies, for the repeal of AFSPA. So do you think there are any chances of this?
See, this AFSPA was somewhere introduced in 1958, and after that there was no major changes, no major deviations from this law. Secondly, the time when this AFSPA was introduced, at that time law and order position in the country or northeastern states or Jammu and Kashmir, it was quite different, and presently we are on a different time vertical. So we can say that there is a need of our to have certain changes into this law. And secondly, whatever the Nagaland Assembly has recommended to central government, because repealing of AFSPA will can hamper the morale of the armed forces across the country, and it could hamper other states proceedings as well. So rather than repealing of AFSPA is somewhere out of the corner, but we can expect that there could be some changes, and those vital changes would be very important in coming days. Atu.
Okay, coming back to the voting killings, we have seen that a lot of civil societies and also a lot of people from all over the Nagaland has been protesting against this AFSPA and also demanding for justice for those people who were killed in the voting ambush. So do you think that that protests held by the people and everybody voicing out against this put a pressure on our leaders to go and speak to the Home Minister?
See, your question is quite valid. Reason being, after the Mon killing, there was a high pressure to the Nagaland government from the civilians and the citizens of Nagaland to act for the repealment of AFSPA. But see, repealing of this act is not in the hands, is not in the jurisdiction of Nagaland government. They can only recommend through their assembly, which has been done. But see, this law has got very major components for bringing law and order situation under control in certain areas which are disturbed with law and order. So rather than saying that in totality, we can not expect that AFSPA would be repealed entirely. But see, taking the lessons from the Mon killings and other incidents also, we can expect that the central government would consider for certain changes, amendments into this law, and simultaneously probably our sources are confirming that already Home Ministry, in addition to the Ministry of Law and other concerned ministries, central government has started considering over the certain changes in the AFSPA Act. And simultaneously, one major input is coming on that. Amit Shah is personally taking care of entire northeastern law and order situations, be it Meghalaya, Manipur, Nagaland, and or any other states. And these CMs are reportedly, they are supposed to report directly to Home Ministry about any law and order situations, be it internal or external. Atu.
Thank you so much for joining us today.